Oh, it's been said a bard's life can often be a hard life, or hill and dale to rove and always move from town to town. And some folk have inquired if ever we grow tired of ranging all around the world and never settling down.
But one should be a little wary of remaining stationary, 'cause comfortable is lovely, but it's not the way we grow. When life starts to unravel, pick up your pack and travel. You'll find a strange serenity in places you don't know. Wriggle-dee-dum-dee-doo-da-terry-o-dee. There's so much to see beyond the open door. It's outward bound we go. Who knows what we'll find that we've never found before. Adventures waiting further down the road. It's waiting for you further down the road. You've got no map for showing which direction you are going.
But why start on a journey if you know where it will end?
And once you recognize,
to anticipate surprise, you'll relish every twist and turn that lies around the bend. Wriggle-dee-dum-dee-doo-da-terry-o-dee-da-dee-da-dee. There's so much to see beyond the open door. It's outward bound we go. Who knows what we'll find that we've never found before. Adventures waiting further down the road. It's waiting for you further down the road. Lie-da-lie-da-lie-da-lie-da-lie. Lie-da-lie-da-lie-da-lie. Lie-da-da-lie-da-lie-da-lie-da-lie. La-da-da-lie-da-lie-da-lie. La-da-da-lie-da-lie-da-lie. The world has got its demons. There are many reasons why you'd find it harder to be brave than be afraid. But every life could use some danger. Every friend was once a stranger. Ships are safe in harbor, but that's not why ships are made. Wriggle-dee-dum-dee-doo-da-terry-o-dee, da-dee, a fwit-da-dee-da-dee. There's so much to see beyond the open door. It's outward bound we go. Who knows what we'll find that we've never found before. Adventures waiting further down the road. It's waiting for you further down the road. Lie-da-lie-da-lie-da-lie-da-lie. Lie-da-lie-da-lie-da-lie. Lie-da-lie-da-lie-da-lie-da-lie. La-da-da-da-da-lie-da-lie-da-lie. Adventures waiting further down the road. Let's go! Lie-da-lie-da-lie-da-lie-da-lie. Lie-da-lie-da-lie-da-lie. Lie-da-lie-da-lie-da-lie-da-lie. La-da-da-da-da-lie-da-lie. La-da-da-da-da-lie-da-lie.
Greetings, friends, and welcome to Gothic Horror Gaming. Thank you so much for joining us tonight here on Nat 21 Adventures. just to keep in mind for those joining us at home, this show is not your normal Nat 21 Adventures type stuff. So if we could give a content warning here briefly, this is the final game of a 4-part series, and it is a graphic gothic horror game. It may contain scenes of violence, creatures of common phobias. It may contain character deaths. It may contain innocent bystander deaths. There may be some trauma we're dealing with. There's a lot of stuff that's potentially going on tonight. So please make sure that if this is not your kind of flavor of game, that you do not need to stay. There are plenty of wonderful things that happen on Nat 21 Adventures. Please check out all of the other wonderful content that we put together throughout the week on this channel. But yeah, if you're sticking around, this is an adult content game. So please be prepared for that. That's why we run this at night. We would like to take a moment now to thank all of our sponsors. I'm going to see if I can remember them. We would like to first start with Ren Adventures. Ren Adventures, where you can travel to different places and check out some wonderful things. This is new. You can go to play D&D in New Orleans, December 5th through 9th, 2023. That will be somewhat in conjunction with the Louisiana Renaissance Fair. I think your package includes hotel stays. We get to play games with you. There's some tours that are involved. I know that involves going to the Renaissance Fair later on in the week. Like, there's a lot of really cool stuff that's involved in this package, and I'm so excited that they put it together. Please check out redadventures.com if you're interested in joining us. I'm sure there's a lot of space currently, but I'm sure it's going to go up pretty quick. So make sure that you are ready for it. We would also like to thank Mab's Mobile Mercantile. Since our friend Mab from the channel is joining us, we're super excited to have her with us today. Please check out all of the cool things that she makes. She makes stickers, she makes mugs, she makes things that say be gay and do crime, which I'm super into. I mean, the being gay part, not so much the crime. Crime makes me anxious. Yeah, please check out mabsmobilemercantile.com for all kinds of really interesting handcrafted things that she makes. Apparently there's only one acorn hat left. If you like the acorn hats that I think she hand crochets, you should check those out. They're really neat. We would like to give a shout out to us because we're cool. I wrote a book called Dare. That is, you can find it on Amazon. It's by Melissa Lee. It is also available on Audible as well. And we have Kindle versions available too. The Audible version is recorded by our background friend, my dear husband and good person, the Gloom Master. So if you want to hear some really awesome professionally recorded stuff as well, you should check that out. He also have a bunch of other titles on Audible. So if you look up Tom Zadoyko on Audible, you can find all kinds of cool stuff that he's recorded that you can do to support us. Also, please support us because we're having a More Than Us at some point very soon. So we can go into that later. Also, I would like to give a shout out to our friends at 3D2U. They are really good friends of ours, 3d2u.org. They do a lot of D&D merch. They do a lot of, they're doing a lot of new things. They have an enormous D20 that they've started to make. They have some really cool wood-burned notebooks and some really interesting designed paintings that they've done. I really love their work. You should definitely check them out online. I would also like to give a shout out to Rachel K. Ivy from Arc Dream Productions, Publishing rather, who helps put together Delta Green. They reached out to us as Nat 21 and said that they're really excited that we continue to spread the word about how awesome Delta Green is, and they love small content creators. So I'm really proud that we get to work with them somewhat, and that we get to use their really awesome system to do this game tonight. That said, let's get into what the game is. Delta Green is a D100 based system, and the way that that works is you may have a certain number of skills that you would have. So as a police officer, you may have a skill in firearms. That would be fairly common for a police officer to have. This is a modern horror based system, so it's kind of like Call of Cthulhu, but in a more modern sense. So this modern police officer has a 40% chance, we'll say, in hitting their target whenever they shoot their gun. So anytime they are trying to roll that shooting skill, they are rolling 2d10s with the goal of getting underneath that 40%. So a 40% or below means a success. A 41 or higher means a fail. There's some additional stuff with that. A double number under your target is a critical success. A double number above your target is a critical fail. So in that case, a 33 would be a critical success. A 44 would be a critical failure. And the only thing that always works, because this was a house rule when we first started playing, is a 69. If you get 69 on the dice, then it is an automatic critical success, no matter what your skill level is, because and you have to do the finger guns too, apparently. That's a thing. Yeah. So how you can help at home. If you have Twitch points available, you can spend them on our players to help benefit them during the adventure. Anytime that they spend a Twitch point, they have to call it in advance, and that gives them basically, I like to think of it as -5 to whatever they just rolled. So if they're trying to get the 40% to make sure that they hit that target for a gun skill in our police officer's case, then they might say, okay, I'm going to use 2 helps. So that means if they're using those 2 helps, whatever they roll, if they roll a 50, they minus that by 10. Every help is a increment of 5. So that's how I like to think about it. So that really means that, especially as we go into this finale of this particular game, that these skills are super, super helpful. And like your contributions make a huge, significant dent in what they may or may not be capable of. So this is the help counter that we have right now. Players, you can call multiple helps if you want. I'd rather you not use 5 at once, but heck, if you're trying to do something real important and you haven't used them yet, might as well. So yeah, use your helps as you need to. Now, when we first encountered these players, just as a brief review, they were investigating the death of Mike Blackshaw, 35. Turns out he was a recording engineer at a local engineering studio for Hit City West. And his latest project was working on a recording project, a re-recording project for a band called Black Ice. And since then, things have gone completely off the rails in a lot of different ways. And I am curious to hear what all of our players and characters are thinking about going into what may be the final encounter for this adventure. So let's bring on, I kind of want to bring on Leah first, because we had an interesting discussion backstage before we got started.
Well, I've got things that I'm thinking about doing. I just acquired an F-bomb right here, and I'm hoping to be able to use it. The F stands for fun. Huh?
Fun. It's a fun bomb. Yay. Thank you, Kara. So last time you guys fought a dangerous creature. Awesome. Yeah, that was intense. How are you feeling about things now? What do you think you guys should do next? What's your next step?
Okay, step 1, I think we absolutely need to get a whole F-ton more of holy water. In some sort of method, be it water balloons and a catapult, or a wrist rocket, or even one of those like Uzi water guns. They don't shoot very far. That's why I think the water balloon and the wrist rocket would really do a good number. I totally
use this shit. This is gonna be great. I'm very
excited. Totally think that it's the chick with the cross around her neck that accepted Jesus Christ as her Lord and Savior.
Ah, okay. That would be Stacy, who is the girlfriend of the lead guitarist, Jeff.
Yeah. So we're going to have a conversation.
Okay.
Oh, hey. Yeah. Conversation.
there's a lot of quotes going around with this. Okay. I am curious to see how Kiki is feeling about all of this. Kiki from Iowa, I believe, was the case.
Hi. Yeah, this has been definitely a different day than what we really expected it to be. A skate park and a demon. I did some awesome designs and really tried to help keep it in, but the holy water kind of washed them away, but we eventually won. Leia is right. We totally need more holy water, more salt, more spray paint. If we're gonna like do this, I mean, we're gonna do it. We can do it. We can totally do it. I'm sure of it.
Yes, Max Blank, FBI, who had put you originally on the case, believes that you can do it. I believe is now he hasn't been in touch with you in a while, but do keep in mind it's only been like 2 days, so you guys have been blazing through this in a matter of speaking. Great. I think we should bring on our friend Wojciech next to see his perspective. Hi.
It's been a heck of a 2 days, you guys. I've grown a beard. It has gone gray.
In literally 2 days. I love it.
I think I might have exhausted my supply of holy water. I don't know how good Dr. Gorley is going to be in terms of getting that. So, new plan. We get one of those things you use for siphoning gas out of cars. Yeah, go to a font.
3,
and just
4, 5 churches.
Yeah. We could do that. I think that might be our best bet. And if I mean, they're not gonna like they're gonna question as to why I'm doing it, but they're not gonna question me too much because by the time that happens, they'll probably call the police. Detective Prince could already be there, like, oh, here he is. Sorry, he's harmless, and get me. But in the meantime, I've got like 4 or 5 water. What's my record? I can get like a dozen places for each. I don't know if there's water continuously in there. We'll see. We'll go from place to place. I'll figure it out. Yeah.
Just get a couple coffee cups full in each place.
Yeah. Also, it's not the first. Like this is. I'm surprised that when we were at the recording studio and there were narcotics absolutely everywhere, Detective Prince didn't shut the whole place down and get a desk job. Like I thought that's the whole thing. But I think we can certainly shut down this concert one way or the other. We've got a lot of ways of doing that. So
stealing holy water, invalidate the holiness. That is an interesting question. If
not if we're fighting demons.
Are we cursing it? No, we're just relocating it.
I'm going to be very thankful of that water.
Holy purposes.
Holy purposes.
Yes.
Okay.
I mean, we can say a Hail Mary or whatever while we're stealing it.
I hope someone marked that.
We're not.
I have to
okay, we're not stealing it. We're taking it.
Okay, I'm going to let you guys debate the stealing of holy water with our resident Detective Prince, who I would like to invite into the stream as well. Now, before we get into the merits of whether or not that is considered stealing, Detective Prince, I am curious to see, okay, you've now encountered this creature and destroyed it in the middle of an abandoned Methodist skate park, which was a fabulous sentence to put together. So how are you feeling about everything that we've been encountering so far?
I'm going to say demons are generally outside of my jurisdiction.
You do live in LA.
Well, that's true. I do live in LA, but this is like a demon, like a demon. It's a demon. I saw it. It came out of a thing. So this is new for me. I'm having a little trouble processing it because it's not really in my realm of expertise, but you know what? I'm going to go with it. It responded to the discharging of my firearm. So we know how to hurt it. And I never thought that I would say this, but is there a possibility that I could bag holy water for evidence? Because then it's not stealing. Technically, it's being requisitioned by the state.
I mean, you're right, but here's what, like, you'd be lying to get that, whereas
there's
me
a lot
telling
of
the truth of using it to fight demons.
Look,
I'm
probable cause is broad, okay?
Especially for the LAPD.
In 1982.
In 1982, yeah. Yeah. We know. So what I'm more concerned about is stopping the concert. Potentially again facing this demon. And yeah, I think
Would it
I'm
be the
down
same
with
one?
Leah. What was that?
Would it be the same demon?
Same demon? I don't know. This
Well,
is
yeah, we
not
don't know
my
about that. Yeah.
not my area.
Yeah, like, yeah, if we stopped the concert, then we wouldn't even have to fight a demon, theoretically.
And I could potentially, again, probable cause, bring Miss Stacy. Did we ever get a last name? Stacy?
You did requisition a bunch of records on the other people. I don't
Right.
remember if you got one on her specifically.
I don't think I did.
Yeah.
Well, I'm concerned about her. And the drummer. Wait, wasn't the drummer part of it too?
Well, the
Adding
drummer was
lyrics in.
definitely on
Steve
something.
Harrison,
The
which is a deep
yeah.
cut joke, sorry.
Right. Okay.
I mean, the guitarist was like, the drummer was all like kind of sketch and stuff. He was like, oh, I don't know. And then the guitarist is like, keep it together, man.
Right.
Yeah, but that's like normal in bands. I mean, there's always somebody who's kind of out there.
Yeah.
Kiki would know.
I feel that.
Honestly, we should just take them all and slap them around a little bit. And whoever starts speaking in some sort of demonic language, tongue, then we'll know that that's our person.
Leah Majors is very excited to do some kind of interviewing with these characters.
Yeah,
Really
I don't think I'm going to let you in an interviewing room with any of these people.
What about good cop, bad cop?
You're not a cop.
Yeah, well, they don't know that.
That's the definition of a bad. Like, they're so bad at the job,
Right?
They're not even doing like
They got my badge and gun, man.
A bad gardener is someone who kills all of the plants. Bad cop is someone who is not
who commits the crime.
Yep,
that's right.
Your logic is infallible.
Solid.
I'm just enjoying this happening. You do what you want to.
Happy birthday.
Plan.
We blow up the booth.
Bus Stacy, bring her
right.
down to the thing, because of the narcotics, plant some stuff on her, like, cops usually do. For some reason, we douse her with holy water on the way there, see what happens. Meantime, I go to the venue, Leah comes with me, starts some kind of chaos as well. Kiki, you help.
Talk. Well, it's not just the band we want to talk to. I think the recording engineer.
Yeah, you talk to the sound engineer. Yeah, you get them all together. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, because I mean they had to be involved, but at the same time, I mean, if you've got all the band, the best way to stop the concert is if you arrest all the band. They can't be there.
Right, but we also want to find out what's going on with the original record exec guy. You, Kiki, you are in with them. Set up a meeting with, they were also looking for the tapes. Say, we found the tapes. You want a meeting with them. We get them all in one place. Detective Pierce, you bust them. And Leah and I do some van damage. As in, we damage their van.
I met that guy. He's awesome.
Van damage.
I mean, it's not a bad plan.
You're welcome. All right, let's roll.
Well, there are a few wrinkles. I'm not
Right.
planting anything on Stacy. I don't need to. I can just detain her. Because I guarantee you, she's not sober.
Right, yeah.
Did we see her doing drugs with everybody else? It was like a day ago versus 3 weeks ago.
I don't think I physically saw her imbibing
You
in
could have
any...
gotten... Oh.
Oh, like she totally was doing something. They all were. I mean, that's
Okay.
just like, normal.
I feel
You
like
know
I'm
what?
assuming, and I'm asking for clarification from handler.
Would you
Z.
like? Okay, yeah.
Oh.
So when you guys were there, I know that Detective Prince and Kiki, you guys were involved with Ahmed, who was the recording executive.
Ahmed.
You were trying to corner him on the thing. While that was going on, Leah and Wojciech, you guys were in the break room, basically. And Leah, if you were to try to search your memory, you don't recall her specifically doing anything. There were a bunch of models that were there that were clearly imbibing. There were a lot of people that were just straight up eating. And I know that Wojciech would probably definitely be able to tell you who was over at the buffet and having some snacks and stuff. But if you were to search your memories, you could not guarantee that she was doing anything. It didn't catch your attention the way that some of the other people were doing a lot of stuff.
To use the parlance of the precinct, you could say she's a very interesting person.
Person of interest.
Yeah, I was trying to do. Oh, I'm not great at
yes,
wordplay.
right.
I'm still learning how to do that.
Thank you. You did well. It was good. You did well.
Thank you.
Yeah, so I don't think there would. Well, I think we have probable cause to detain all of them.
Right, but the way we get them all to the same place at the same time that we know we're going to be there is the lure of our friend Kiki. That's what I think.
So realization. I know how like entertainment lawyers are. I don't know how long you'll be able to hold them in the precinct, but while you're doing that, we could definitely make some adjustments to the venue.
So, like, where do you want me to tell them to meet us? Like, the venue, the precinct, the studio?
Recording studio, because that's where we saw. There's probably traces of something. He could bring some dogs or something.
Of sulfur?
Dogs.
Well, of narcotics.
Oh, like you're totally gonna find so much there. I'm sure there's like a whole stash.
Yeah, those amps are covered with. Yeah.
I don't think we need to get a canine unit involved in that. I can use my eyeballs.
Okay. Yeah. Also, this being pretty adult content, we don't want to kill any dogs.
Also, I'm very amused at the fact that you really want to make it like a legit arrest or something. That's really just admirable.
Thank you.
I don't know, it just seems weird, that's all.
I mean, first time for everything for the LAPD, you know.
Right? You see
It's a slippery slope, okay? It's like marijuana as a gateway drug.
To demons.
Yes.
Someone mark.
Thank you, Tipper Gore. Here we go.
This is great. I love it.
I'm using topical references for the children.
Mm-hmm.
So let me get this straight. Current plan is you're going to reach out to the band and try to get them all at the recording studio, and then Detective Prince is going to arrest all of them. Is that what we're saying right now? I just want to make sure that I'm tracking everything as it's going on.
I think that's a good start.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. So Detective Prince, this is going to rely a little bit on you and your skills. A lot of this is probably going to be bureaucracy. You're going to need, if you want to do this above board, you would need, now you certainly have probable cause. You don't have evidence. You don't have physical evidence. You would have to go to your superiors and try to get a, like probably a search warrant and certainly an arrest warrant for any of these people. How would you like to go about it?
I want to help with that. If she's using bureaucracy, I want to use criminology.
What is your criminology?
It's the other side of what you do.
Yeah. What's your statistic?
What's your score?
Yeah.
60.
Mine too. High five.
Oh. We're not so different, you and I.
I want to pull my bond
Okay.
with the chief of police, Raymond Marshall.
Okay. You would like to get in touch with him. Okay. And what is your plan? You want to call him and try to do what specifically?
I want him to help me obtain a search warrant for the recording studio
Okay.
based on probable cause of illegal drug use.
Okay. Yeah, why don't you roll bureaucracy, and if you don't mind, I can certainly pretend to be him temporarily.
Great. I'm going to use a help.
Sure, go ahead. Oh, that's why.
Oh, that is a critical success. I rolled a 4.
With my criminology, I don't know if we can do the camera to do this, but I'm very happy about this. I can just kind of bend it down. You can see this is 0 and a 1.
Ooh. All right. So technically a
I'm the most
0,
criminal
like
there
a
is.
1 and a 4 are not criticals because they're not double numbers. Like an 11 would be a critical success.
Oh, right. Okay.
But those
It's
are
a
both successes.
resounding success, let's
It
say.
is a resounding success. Excellent. Yeah, so okay. Wojciech, in terms of things that criminals do that you could potentially have them be arrested for. The difficult part is trying to make this related to the open case. Because right now there is not an open investigation regarding this particular spot.
But was it the same? Can I make the case it was the same kind of? He said he had a bunch of drugs in his system. It's the same kind that they were using.
Well, yeah, but it's cocaine. It's fairly well known that there's a lot of cocaine around LA. It's not necessarily, you would have to take a long time criminology wise to be able to track that specific amount or strain of cocaine that is in his system to the cocaine that is specifically being utilized at that particular venue. And even then, that's very tricky.
Okay.
Especially in 1982. Let's be clear on that.
Yeah.
Drug testing is fascinating, but it's not that far advanced yet. The thing in terms of the best way to go about it would probably be to somehow relate this back to the Mike Blackshaw case. They are usually able to move things along a little bit faster in terms of a murder trial versus just drugs. Drugs in LA is just a general problem.
They were talking about seeing something that and things that were missing that he had in his possession. They were looking for the tapes that were in the possession of the deceased.
Yeah, we have reason to believe that all of them are people of interest.
All right. Detective Prince, when you call your friend, who happens to be the chief of police, is Wojciech trying to back you up on this, or is he he's using his knowledge of how to break into buildings basically to tell you how someone would have broken into a building and that's how you should arrest them?
I kind of see myself as her, like, as an informant.
Yeah.
You know, like, yeah. I'm staying out of this, but like since I know, you know, it's yeah.
I would say that using an informant would add credibility to the potential validity of what's going on.
Okay.
Cool.
So I will let you call Chief Raymond Marshall.
Yep. So I call him up on a payphone that's clearly nearby.
Detective Prince, it's wonderful to hear from you. How are you doing, my friend? How are you doing today?
Well, I gotta admit, I've been better, Chief.
Yeah, there's a lot of bad stuff going on out there. I've been mostly focused on upcoming campaign for my next election. You know how that goes.
I truly do. And good luck with that. How's your wife?
She is lovely, and our kids are doing great in school right now. They're just getting all A's. I'm so pleased with them. But yeah, I'm sure you're not calling just to catch up. Why don't you tell me what's going on, Detective Prince?
Yeah, so I was called in as a consultant on the Blackwater case, and so I've been doing my own independent investigation on the deceased.
Interesting.
And
All
I have several persons of interest, according to an informant of mine, that I would.
All right. Well, is he on the books? Is there anyone specific I'm having to pay off right now, or is that this is somebody else?
This is somebody else. He's with me. Don't worry about it. Definitely not on the books.
Hang on. Roll me a. You have a persuade for that? Yes, you got a 50% persuade. Roll me a persuade for that, because this is the detective. This is the chief of police who's trying to get reelected. If you are just like, don't worry about it, it's fine.
Okay.
You might be a little concerned about that one.
I got a 20.
Great. Okay.
I'm rolling really good right now. Oh, I really hope. Okay. Sidebar. I really hope that me rolling well now is not going to come to bite me in the ass later. Okay.
Well, Detective Prince, I appreciate your candor and honesty. It's not the way I would necessarily do things, but as long as you get the paperwork in at the end, I'm not worried. So, all right. So you have an informant. All right. Tell me more about how this relates back to the Blackshaw case, I believe.
So the Blackshaw. So, as you know, he was found in a parking lot. And through my investigation, I discovered that he was linked to this particular recording studio.
Oh, yeah, I heard about that stuff. Yeah, nasty business, that recording stuff. I don't quite believe it. I haven't listened to anything since Woody Guthrie, so I don't understand it myself.
I am there with you on that one. Stop it.
I can believe in all sorts of Lovecraftian horror. I cannot believe that a chief of police listens to a man who had "This Machine Kills Fascists" on his guitar. I'm sorry.
Get him out of here, Leah. Get him out of here. Anyway,
you were saying.
Yes. Right. The informant.
Yes.
Told me, and I checked it out, and not only are his points valid and true, there is some suspicious activity between several members of a specific band and the recording executive that linked directly to the deceased. And not only that, but there were several instances of narcotics use that I saw with my own eyes. And I would like a warrant for the arrest of these people and the raid of the facilities.
Well, all right. I don't know that I can do much about the drug use. I'm going to tell you why. I've got the chief of the narcotics department. He's helping me out with my campaign, and I feel like if I upset him by rolling in on his turf, even with something involved in a murder investigation, that unfortunately things would start to get real iffy. But if you have one of those people, one of those band members or recording engineers or whatever you got down there, if you think one of them did it, you can bring one of them in. I got no problem with that.
Only one?
Or how many people actually killed this guy? He was dead in a parking lot.
I mean, the manner of his death was extraordinary.
Sure, but unless I'm entirely mistaken, Detective Prince, the last thing I saw in the coroner's report was that his head was probably met with some kind of dangerous projectile. Now that, to me, would make me think that it's probably one assailant. I don't know how many people can pull a trigger on a gun. If you want to tell me that 5 people can do it, I appreciate that. But I just don't know if I could believe it.
What about accessory?
Now that's an interesting point. If you brought in somebody, you could probably bring in like 2, maybe 3 people with the suspicion of murder on them. But the rest would probably just have to be interviewed as witnesses to the crime. And that's a bit of a stretch, you understand.
Okay. You know what? I'll take what I can get. If you could get me 3, that'd be great.
Sure. I can get that delivered to you as soon as possible. Who am I writing these for?
Stacy.
Jeff.
Stacy.
Interesting lady.
Drummer.
And the executive.
Executive,
whose name I
Yeah,
forget.
Ahmed, the executive
Ahmed,
of the record.
the executive.
I'll tell you what. Why don't you call me back when you give me names and information, and I'll be happy to write this out to you as soon as possible.
Yes, sir.
All
I'll
right.
get that to you.
I make sure you vote for me in my next election. I really appreciate your work, and we should do dinner sometime. You and
Absolutely,
me and,
I would love to come see Carol and the kids.
Yeah, it'd be wonderful. All right, you have take care now. You call me back as soon as you.
Okay. All right. Okay. Bye. Bye.
Does he listen to it ironically and just figure out more ways to upset the poor people of this country? The man wrote, "This land is our land," and I'm sorry. Yep. Nope.
I appreciate your fervor. However, we need first and last names of these people in order to actually get the judge to sign off on a warrant.
Well, we're going to have the paperwork for the band. That's easy enough to get. We know the record exec. We can get that. We don't know Stacy's last name. She's not involved in any of the paperwork. Also, a thought did occur to me while we were talking here is why don't we just lure him to the recording studio and lock him in there?
Yeah.
I mean, why do we need to take him to a police station?
That's a good idea.
I mean, I know that's what you want to do.
It can get awful quiet in a police or in a. It can get awful quiet in a recording studio. They've got soundproof walls.
Mm-hmm. But
I think we got Kiki as
this is not
totally bring them in just to talk. I mean,
I could lose my job if people found out that I had detained people without a warrant.
You're not the one detaining. I'll be the one detaining. You're just having a conversation. I'm the one not letting them leave.
I kind of like this detective. I mean, she's got a good point.
If you take them into the police station, then they're gonna get lawyers involved. Then then they can just walk, and we don't know. And what the guy say? 3 warrants, with maybe bringing the others in as witnesses. We don't know who's the one. We can't narrow it down to 3. It could be one of the people that we don't think it is. I mean, we're pretty sure it's the band or the sound engineer or the recording exec.
Okay, 2 things. 2 things.
Before all of that happens, I will also point out in terms of Delta Green, just so you guys are aware and can keep this in your minds. Since all of this is operating outside of your personal expertise and whatnot, there is a chance that whatever you do may potentially get you arrested, get you kicked out of your jobs. All of this is always a risk. That's because you've always been involved with the supernatural. So it's just something to keep in mind that it could have been eliminating vectors anyway.
Okay, 2 things. First thing, if they're detained at the police station, I can detain them for up to 12 hours, which would, if I detain them at the right time, they won't get to the concert. Second thing, can I, as a player, make the other players roll a persuasion check?
Ooh, I wouldn't mind doing that as an opposed. So basically, the way opposed rolls work is that first of all, tell me if you've succeeded, and then if you've succeeded, I need to know what your persuade skill is. Basically, whoever has the highest persuade skill and succeeds is the one that's going to convince everybody what to do. Within reason. You can't convince them to kill themselves, obviously, but things like that.
Do you want me to make a persuade check?
Yeah, what if we're like,
Okay, how many
what if
helps do I
Wojciech and
got?
I are on the same side of it? Well, that's the other thing. You got
I'll take my
both
top off.
Wojciech and
I don't care. Here we go.
I know
Well-
that you guys are on the same page, but in this particular system, there's no like assist or anything like that.
Yeah,
So
I'm saying
still
like
individual
I'd rather like if we take care of this, like I think we like plan A, get him to the like what we've done is we've got a pretty solid plan B to make sure the concert doesn't happen. If we go with Leah's plan A, it's always hard to point when it's not the mirror. If we go with Leah's plan, we won't even have to take anything in and done and dusted before we even get their names. And like, yeah, so. But here we go. Persuade check. I'm using a help.
I will allow one. I'm not going to let you use like 5 on this skill. So I don't even know what everyone's skills is at this point. Which
Failure.
Okay, great.
88. Hi, bud.
Wojciech had a 50%, so he had a chance.
Mhm.
Did you succeed?
49 down to 44.
Ooh, okay. That might make a difference here. Okay. Leah, did you roll?
Yes.
Did you succeed?
No.
Okay.
I
Then we'll
did
leave you out of it. All right. Detective Prince, did you roll?
What am I rolling?
Persuade.
Oh, I'm rolling persuade. Okay.
Yep. Everyone's rolling persuade.
Got it. Sorry. I misunderstood. Give me a second to do this.
This is how opposed is, which is fun. I love everybody's under these, by the way.
I rolled a 97.
roll better than you.
Yes. Okay.
And I have a high persuade. My persuade
So do I.
is
Let me hold your badge.
I have a 50%
Yeah, I have a 50% too.
I'm a
but-
detective now. You guys.
Oh, you have one thing to persuade me on. Choose it wisely.
All right, Wojciech, are you persuading her to bring everybody down to the recording studio first, and then if things go sour, then you can just arrest people for fun? Okay.
Yes,
great.
yes. And we have a great way to do that
There it is.
with our friend Kiki.
Yes.
Detective Prince.
She's like, how did you do that?
Hey.
It's gonna be okay.
Fine.
We're keeping this
Even the
under
dogs
the
are
radar.
happy.
Yeah. Dude, they're so cute.
But if there is even one witness at all, we're done. We're out. That's it.
Would you feel better if I disguised you to look like not you? Because
What
I
are you
can
trying
do
to
that.
say about like this is I've been
No, you look
her.
fine.
Okay, thank you.
I'm
Detective
not good
Prince.
at not being me. So I don't know if that is no, let's just do it. Let's do it.
I mean, I can get you one of those like prosthetic face things.
We could have a montage where you try on different hats.
Everybody loves an 80s montage, don't they?
I really do think as you guys are planning that there is some kind of like synth going on in the background, like this. There's like a saxophone happening.
Oh, yeah.
And while we're doing that, Kiki, now would be a good time to call everybody up and get them up.
Totally. I'm just going to go ahead and I'm going to call the studio because, don't have cell phones right now. So I got to call a landline.
Yes.
One ringy dingy. I'm calling Ahmed.
Okay, you're trying to call
Say
him
we have the
directly.
tapes.
Yeah, if I can recall
Yellow.
correctly, we have his business card. I've got his card because
Yes,
I've got it
you
for the
have his
studio.
business card. That is correct. So yeah, it might route to his direct line. Let me see who it's going to route to. Hang on. Okay. Yeah, you call the recording studio and hi, this is Jennifer. How can I help you?
Hi, Jennifer. This is Kiki. I'm calling for Ahmed.
Hi, Kiki. Oh, yeah. He's in the middle of recording something. Let me see if I can get him. Give me like 2 minutes, okay?
Right, tell him it's like really, really important.
Okay. I'll let him know that it's you and that it's really important. Okay. Hang on. And she disappears for a couple of seconds. You hear that like do 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 do.
I'm not taking bribes.
You don't need to take a bribe. Look, all you got to do is what you do, but not as a cop. I mean,
all right. And in that moment, Ahmed jumps back on. Yes, girl from Ipanema. Thank you, Carol. Kara. Ahmed jumps back on. Kiki. Hey, Kiki. Thank you so much for calling. I hope everything is going well. Are you looking to book a session sometime soon?
Well, like, yeah, but I've got more exciting news for you.
Okay.
Like, you were looking for black ice for that whole tape thing?
Yes, we definitely were. Yes.
Found it.
You found it.
Found it. Could you like meet me at the studio with the band? Because like I'm really totally excited. I really want to make sure this gets to everybody.
Yeah. Yes, absolutely. Please stop on by whenever you get the chance.
Well, no, tell them to be there. Are you there with the band now?
Yeah, we're wrapping up the last couple of tracks. We're almost done. We're just overdubbing vocals, but we should be done soon. And then I think they're just going to stay here to do a quick rehearsal for their concert tomorrow. So
that's like totally awesome because like I'm in the area, so we'll be there like in like no time at all.
Great. Okay. Yeah, I look forward to seeing you shortly. Thank you.
All right.
Bye.
Click. All right,
So,
let's get some water balloons and over to the baptismal fonts.
So they're going to be there like for a little while, so we've got a little bit of time, so we probably shouldn't be too long.
Okay, so holy water, then. You know what? Screw it. Let's do it. Come on. Let's just go. Let's go.
All right. Yeah. All right. Prince, come on.
Okay.
It's going to be awesome.
So you guys want to collect some holy water. That's fine. And yeah, I love your idea of going to multiple churches. So what are you putting it into? That's the final question.
5-gallon bucket.
Well, I like water balloon very much.
Well, we carry it in the 5-gallon bucket, and then I will put it in the water balloons. I've got to go pick up. I probably have one in my apartment, a wrist rocket.
I kind of like the idea of the. There's like a spray thing.
Oh yeah, the garden spray.
Garden spray where you pump it and.
Are you gonna like bring that into the church? I was thinking like using one of those cups from the Greek diners, and just kind of taking it.
Well, we should get like this. Didn't someone mention a siphon and just?
Yeah, I got one
of those. Into the 5-gallon bucket, and then we can load it up once we have it in the bucket, right?
Right.
Okay. You guys are taking a 5-gallon bucket into a church, or you are using the siphon to put it into a different vessel and then filling a 5-gallon bucket. All of these options are valid. I'm just curious what your plan is because I'm trying.
My plan was to do the 5-gallon bucket into the church, but I think you guys prefer a little more discretion than that.
Who wants to distract the priest?
Ooh,
yeah, I will.
You could use one of them thermoses and just be sitting there with the thermos.
Thermos is good. Sure. I can distract. I can talk to a priest.
You distract the priest. Leah, you do the siphoning. I will.
Well, I was gonna say I'm gonna go pick up, or I can send Kitty to run and pick up some stuff.
I can go get that because I'm not
at the hardware store.
Yeah,
I will go with Kiki because I got the car.
It is your car, theoretically, yes.
And yeah, I would like to not be present when a theft is.
Sure.
Okay. Yeah, Detective Prince and Kiki, if you guys want to go to like a hardware store and pick up like a
plant sprayer.
Yeah, plant sprayer.
So they come in a couple of different varieties, and I know this because I actually use them a lot as a scenic artist. They're like it's about 2.5 gallon size, and they're like barrels like this. You set them on the ground, you pump them. Now there's also the like 3/4 of a gallon. It's like 3 quarts, like this big, and it's a handheld thing. and it sprays like this. The other one, there's even another variety that's a 5 gallons that has a backpack attachment. This is for, you'll find this in more industrial garden areas. And it's got a big wand, and it kind of looks like one of those Ghostbuster packs. I don't know where we are.
I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
Those are a little bit more expensive. Yep. Yeah, Sir David Purse will know exactly. So those are your options. Choose whatever price point. Here's $100. Definitely wasn't saving that for
That's
drugs.
a lot of money back now.
Was not saving that for drugs.
No, you weren't.
I wasn't. What did I just say?
I will let you guys pick up whatever kind of sprayer you want. The only thing I would need,
Water
just
truck.
from your expertise, Leah, is what is the range and what is the sort of spray? Is it coming out in like a cone?
So,
the
the one that's on the ground and the backpack, they have long wands with little nozzle tips that you can adjust.
Okay.
You can if you've got it all the way cranked down, it will shoot pretty far. It'll shoot maybe 10 feet, 15 feet.
Okay.
Like if you got it cranked all the way down. But if it's a broader thing, you'll get a more of a cone spray, and the inside of the cone is actually empty, believe it or not. But a cone spray that doesn't go quite as far. It maybe goes like 5-7 feet. Like there will be rain at the end of it. But for the most part, 5 feet.
Right.
Yeah, I'm just, in terms of a potential weapon, I'm just trying to figure out the statistics of a garden sprayer. So 10 feet in a straight line, or you can do a 5-foot cone. Either way is fine. All right.
Okay.
It's sad that I know this.
No, it's great that you know this. This could be very useful if you ever have
Obscure
to fight
facts.
vampires in real life.
Yep.
All right. So
Yeah.
we
We can just hand wave that. I am sure that you guys can find it. Doesn't sound particularly difficult to find, and it being LA, there are tons of garden centers all over the place. Like there are people replanting and planting and replanting stuff constantly.
yeah.
So I'm sure that you guys
Nice.
have time to find.
I would like to get 2 of the backpack kind, a
Okay.
bunch of water balloons, and do you think that they would sell wrist rockets at a hardware store?
I'm pretty sure, like, no, that's not like normal. But like maybe we can find some rock salt.
Yes, they would have rock salt.
Rock salt.
They may have like if it's like an old school hardware store, like like a Brown's Hardware or whatever. They will have a small toy section. You could pick up some water guns. They won't probably be the nice ones, but they will be pump action. You just keep a couple on you when your sprayer gets out of pressure.
I think if we all like, I want to have one of those small ones because I can fit one of those in my cargo pants, and then have a couple water balloons too.
And then you could like get something to
and a
drink
sausage. Yeah.
and then go.
Great.
Yeah.
Perfect.
All right.
We get all this stuff.
Okay. I will let you guys. You're just
Rock salt.
getting me things. So yeah, give me a if you could put it into private chat, give me a
That's
list
what I
of
was
what
just
you
thinking.
have. That would be awesome.
Are you on it, Kiki?
I'm on it.
Great.
Okay. Leah and Wojciech. Now you guys have to get the actual holy water specifically. So Leah, if you are trying to distract, were you
No,
trying to
I can distract.
Wojciech is distracting. Okay.
Yeah.
So Wojciech, what skill do you think that you would need to use in order to distract?
Well,
You have.
um,
You have unarmed combat, but I don't necessarily recommend fighting a priest. That's probably not great.
well, it's remind me what the human thing is. That's human.
So that's human intelligence. That's like if you were talking to somebody trying to see if they were lying.
Oh, okay. Well, what I want to do anyway is like if there's someone there, I'm going to talk about like, hey, is there a place or a space where we can hold an AA meeting?
Okay.
And what I want to do is I'm like, hey, I work with, like I'm in this community. We're not trying to do this. All we're looking for is a space. And I'm going to give him that and then just kind of let him talk at me.
Okay.
And
I
if
would like
he
to
already
see,
and if he already has that, then I want to, then I can engage with him about that.
Sure. I would say that would be a persuade, and then Leah, you want to try to actually like stealth the holy water, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So I would want you to roll a stealth, which you have 30% in. That's so that you are trying not to, while he's distracting the priest, you're trying not to, just drop the font or, drop the water everywhere. You do have helps. There are helps.
That is correct. I have 3 helps. Can I just say I'll use 2 helps?
Sure. Now this is one particular church. Although if we want to do this and just say, okay, you went to 3 churches and you got enough to fill up 5-gallon bucket. Good Lord.
Yeah.
Do you want me to do 3 persuades then?
I will say, whatever you are doing at this particular church can carry over to multiple locations. That this, whatever system you're about to create, if it goes well, will go well in other locations.
Because I got a 15.
Okay, great. So you are currently very distracting to this priest.
And I'm not being like,
you're being very genuine, and he believes it.
Because it's also a thing.
Sorry. I forgot I was like, I was 39 and I needed 30.
But you called 2 beforehand, yes.
I did. So I got 29.
Okay. So here's how I picture the scene, and tell me if you think that something else happened. Where Wojciech is very seriously talking to the head priest, who is like, "Can I help you, my child?" And he's talking to him about, "I have a lot of members in this community that really need help. We're really suffering, and I hope that things are going well." And he's, "Of course, my son. Of course, I'm sure that this is very important for you and your community." And meanwhile, you're just like siphoning the container.
If I have to stick the thermos in like the side of my pants so that the hose is kind of discreetly running.
Yeah, we're not even in the same room. I'm like, hey, show me your base, show me the basement, show me the meeting rooms of all this stuff. And here's a top tip for role-playing games. If you ever have to persuade anybody, maybe try to make it feasible. That's just a fun thing. They tend to work a little bit better. That's just top tip from Wojciech. All right.
So over the course of probably about 3 churches, you continue to convince these varying priests to advocate for the homeless population and meeting for an AA meeting, while Leah just sucks all the holy water out of the baptism.
Do I get any of them to help me work out some meetings?
So the first one already has meetings on, but the second one is totally like, yeah, absolutely. We would love to have as part of the community. He's genuinely interested in having you come back another time to speak to some of the other priests that maybe you guys can organize, like, okay, should we have people sleeping? Is that safe? Should we have a wash facility? Should we do some kind of kitchen thing? Like, he's really invested in this. You caught him at a great time.
So after the first church, because I didn't mention this earlier, but I will mention to Wojciech, see if you can get like a sampler packet of holy water. Just work it into the conversation.
I mean, it seems like you're doing a pretty good job. And
but I'm thinking more is better.
Yeah, I mean, I guess screw me and my my friends, I guess, on the street. But I'll see if they have it in ketchup packets.
Added bonus.
You got it.
Added bonus.
I could probably we probably prayed together, me and the priests. So I got that going for me.
Yes, they give you extra blessing. The second one in particular is like, my son, it seems that you are encountering some danger, and I hope that God protects you in this upcoming journey, whatever it is. And I hope to see you soon. We would like to speak with you further.
Thanks.
Okay.
Are you doing this seriously, Wojciech?
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. Sorry, I wasn't mentally prepared for
No,
that.
like, yeah, a lot of people. Yeah, it's.
All right. Like, okay, that's real stuff then.
Hey, all I can do is all I can do, and if I can help out this situation and everybody else, that's absolutely what I'm going to do because nobody else is going to do it.
You're a good guy, Wojciech. You're a good guy.
Sorry to bring the mood down. Let's go. Let's go back to drugs and rock stars.
Okay. So for everyone who is arming themselves with potential things, I just want to make sure that we have statistics correct for these. So Wojciech, you wanted a smaller sprayer that was like little handheld doodad. What I know that the bigger sprayers are like 10 feet straight in a line, 5 feet cone. Is there like a difference in the smaller one that they're just more up close and personal?
That's just what I can like. It's I can hide it better.
Sure. Yeah.
They hook on your hip real easy.
And, yeah, it's going to my cargo pocket, and I'm going to do the thing where I run the hose up through my sleeve.
Okay.
If it's a sprayer, I'm going to hide it through my sleeve.
The small ones don't have a hose.
Oh. It's just like a.
Okay.
It's like the nozzle's attached, like right. I have them in my.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
It's not like a hand pump.
That's fine.
But
so
it's like
you'd have to be in point blank.
I got it.
That's basically what it is. Whatever you're shooting holy water at, you'd have to be right up in its face. That's all. Versus the bigger ones, which are 5 feet, 10 feet. Okay. And we have water balloons. That's totally fine. And it is summer in LA.
I have my own personal wrist rocket, but I don't know if other people would have one.
Okay. I would, if you want to have your own, then you are well. That is totally within your character. I totally expect you to have a wrist rocket. I don't know that anyone else would. Okay, so who's taking what? Wojciech, you're taking a smaller sprayer.
Mm-hmm.
Kiki and Detective Prince, you guys are taking the larger sprayers?
Sure.
Two.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
And then Leah, you have your wrist rocket and all of the water balloons.
Once the 5-gallon bucket is empty, I will fill it with the water balloons.
Okay. All right. You guys have that additional fun stuff to whatever you've already got in place. Yes.
Could I also have I would like to have a few extra magazines of ammo on my person.
Okay. Yeah, I don't think that would be a problem for you to have extra ammo.
I feel like they're in my glove box.
Yeah, they're probably they've been rolling around in the trunk with Wojciech and he didn't realize.
Great.
Oh, I realized it. That's why I was disassociating. That's where I got the beard.
From the ammunition.
It's actually gunpowder that is magnetized to your face.
Yeah.
That's what it is. Ooh.
Oh, I was just stressed, you guys. I was just yeah.
All right.
Very intense 5 o'clock shadow. Okay. Yeah, by the time all of that is done, I'm going to guess it's probably early evening. We'll say like 8 p.m. So the sun is just starting to set in LA. It is, what is this time of year again? I think it was June. I wrote it down somewhere.
It was June because it was a couple months after Belushi.
Is the concert this evening or next evening?
It's tomorrow.
Tomorrow.
Oh yeah, we got plenty of time.
Great. Okay. So you guys are, I could assume then that you have driven over to the studio, which I keep forgetting what the heck the thing is called. Hit City West, which is a real recording studio that did exist in this time period. And you are able to get over there. And how do you want to approach the studio? We talked about this before. Now Jennifer will be available to let you in. But then it's up to you. What's your plan going in?
I think we should just like ask to see Ahmed. I mean, like let's go see
Yeah.
the big guy.
We got the tapes.
And the band.
Yeah.
Like, totally, yeah.
Okay. Are you guys bringing all of your stuff in with you, or are you going to leave it out in the car for Detective Prince? With Detective Prince, her car.
We should leave it out in the car for right now, because like I'm pretty sure it's gonna look really, really weird going in first, like with all of this gear, and it's not merely my look.
I agree.
I'll take a couple of water pistols.
I think I have a radio, right? I have a radio.
You have a radio in your car. You
In
don't
my
necessarily
car.
have like a radio that you carry around with you because you're not a duty cop anymore.
No, I'm not. That would be really helpful. Because I was thinking that maybe I could stay outside with the gear and while they do the thing, and then if they need the gear, I could run it in, but I don't know. We would have no way to communicate.
Yeah, you did not buy radios
I did not buy radios.
from Radio Shack. No.
Oh, Radio Shack.
Everyone, one bloody tear for Radio Shack.
This is still a time we could just buy a bunch of parts. You know,
Yeah.
Have just the toolboxes
Just your own.
full of
Oh, yeah.
full of pots and transistors. Boy, oh boy!
Good times. All right.
You know, someday
yeah.
they're gonna close all these down, and they're gonna just sell like robot dogs, and you're just gonna see them in malls. There's gonna be one sad guy there. You can call me a crazy homeless guy, but I know it's gonna be true.
That's ridiculous. Everybody needs Radio Shack. Where else are you going to get your transistors?
No, they're not going to need it. You're going to have a thing
Oh.
you carry with you that the government tracks you on the whole time. And you're going to want to do it. You're going to
okay.
like, can't wait to get the newest one.
Yeah,
According
like,
to Sir
I-
David, LA detectives actually had radios to carry.
Okay. I can give you one. I don't know how you're going to communicate with anybody on it, but sure.
Well, I have a radio in my car.
That is true. You do
And
have
a
a radio in
radio.
your car. I don't know if those two connect. That is the interesting question. I guess they would.
If
Yeah.
you're on the
I thought it
same
was a
channel,
car
they
radio
would.
to a dispatch, like a car radio to the dispatch, and then the individual radios were different, but I'm not sure. I don't know enough about cops to be able to tell you otherwise.
So if it's just a regular, you know,
Like, is it
walkie-talkie
like a big
radio
walkie-talkie?
thing, yeah. If you're just on the same channel,
Okay,
then you should
so-
be able to
Yeah.
communicate.
Okay, so that should go to your CB basically. For
Basically.
lack of a better thing. Okay, all right.
Great.
I will let the history happen. So
Okay.
sure. Okay, you can. Have
So
some
it's like this big,
yeah, it's huge.
and I'm gonna give it.
Oh.
I'm gonna give it to Wojciech because he has cargo shorts. And put it on channel 5.
All right.
And if you need anything, if anything goes south, goes weird, or if you need me to be a cop, let me know.
You got it, Chief.
We use a code word, and that code word is Cheese Whiz.
All right.
Well, like what,
Cheese whiz.
Working
Awesome.
on a conversation.
What do you want the code word to be, Kiki?
Let's
like,
move on, shall
help?
we? Great. Okay, so yeah, Kiki and Leah and Wojciech, you guys want to head up to the door? You can certainly get in touch with Jennifer. She meets you right there. Like, oh yeah, thanks for coming by, Kiki. I really appreciate it. Yeah, we can just go up. Ahmed is working on doing some final dubbing for the recording, and as soon as he's done, I know he's going to want to meet you as soon as possible. So you're welcome
Totally
to just come on up and wait.
Yeah, thank you. Like so, yeah. Lead the way.
Okay. So you guys go through the same vestibule that you had before. It's still, dark and quiet. It's 8 p.m., so it's past regular business hours. And you can certainly hear a track being played upstairs. And you walk through the main part of the building and then hang a right and go up the back stairwell to then the rest of the building coming forward. So you are upstairs, and that first room that you see off to your right is where Jennifer directs you, where the hangers-on of the band are all hanging out. You see a couple of There seems to be less models hanging out today. It seems like things are going a little bit more seriously. So there's only 2. You do see Stacy hanging out, as well as the drummer Steve, the rhythm guitarist Cliff, and Jeff, the main guitarist. It sounds like the lead singer is recording right now.
So I want to do something real quick, and I'm
Sure.
going to kind of make eye contact with Kiki and Wojciech. Like, trust me, eye contact. Right? I will discreetly pull one of the models aside, and I will say, "Hey, man, I met you the other night. You seemed really cool. Swear to me you won't tell anybody what I'm about to tell you. Swear to me you won't tell anyone. Okay?"
The
Swear.
model is very confused and may or may not speak English.
Oh,
Yeah.
there may be cops coming tonight, so you probably don't want to be here in the next 5 minutes. Make an excuse to leave.
Oh,
Trust me.
should,
Just you. Just you. I know you're cool. Just you.
I'm curious. Rolling my percentage die. She just continues to look very confused and isn't going anywhere.
Okay. Well, I tried to save her. I go to another one of the models and go, "Hey, how's it going?
Hi.
I met you the other night. Didn't we meet the other
I
night?"
was here. Yeah, we were.
Okay, look,
Hi.
I got something real serious to talk to you about. I liked you. You were totally cool.
Are we? Do you want
But
to?
I'm gonna.
We can go to like a closet. There's like a closet if you want, if that's a
Well,
thing. We can.
I gotta.
I like girls. I'm down for it. It's fine.
Yeah, I tell you what.
Okay.
Let's make a date.
Okay.
I want to meet you Thursday. We're absolutely gonna hook up. But right now, I want to make sure you make it to Thursday. Don't tell anyone. Swear to me you won't tell anyone.
You want to
Yeah,
tell
eye
anyone about
contact.
what? I don't understand. This is really weird.
I heard there might be a drug bust in the next tonight sometime. So you should discreetly get out of here. Just you. Because that's what I heard. Be cool. Be cool.
Okay.
If you make a scene, then we're all gonna get in trouble.
Okay.
I heard someone was a narc. That's what
Can I have your number first?
Oh, absolutely. I totally give her my number.
Yeah, she writes it down like a thing. Okay.
I
See
go
you
to
later.
one of the models. Hey, Jennifer.
The model immediately leaves. She's just like, and just kind of scoots off to the other side of the room. Yeah.
I go to the other one. Hey,
There are 3. Girl number 1 does not speak English. Girl number 2
yeah,
looks at Leah and then casually advances to everyone.
I'll see you later.
I'm gonna go get some beers. Does anybody want beers? Anyone can totally get some. And
Yeah. You sound good.
Steve, the drummer's like, yeah, babe, give me like a 6-pack or something. Okay, I will be back soon. I will be back soon.
Awesome.
Be a model. And then he casually walks out.
Awesome.
At this point, while Wojciech is trying to proposition Model 3, Ahmed comes out. You hear most of the what's going on in the background is slowly dying down. It sounds like Herman is still in the vocal booth rehearsing, but it doesn't sound like it's being recorded. He's repeating the same line over and over and over again. And Ahmed comes out. He looks frazzled for a balding Middle Eastern man. He is just, oh god, stupid people. All right, Kiki, I hear you have something important. Why don't we go back to my office and we can talk about it?
Let's go. Yeah, totally. Let's bring everyone because like it's kind of involves them too.
Everyone.
Well, the band.
And at that, the band immediately perks up. I'm like, what? What involves us? Are we working with Kiki Keller? And then immediately the Cliff Jones, the rhythm guitar, is like, are we working with Kiki Keller? Oh my God, do we get to work with, dude, that's so cool. I didn't know we were doing that. That's so, wow. And he gets very excited.
Like that could be a collaboration. Yeah. I mean, totally. We could totally talk about that, but we really just like, let's go into the office now and just kind of trying to talk.
Okay. Sure. All right. Kiki, yeah. Jeff, Herman, Cliff, can you go get Tony the bassist, and Steve, you guys, let's all come talk. Jennifer, can you go get Herman from the vocal booth? I know he's gonna kill his voice if he keeps doing that, but let's get him out, and we'll go talk. We'll go talk with Kiki. Great.
Like, Stacy, I almost feel bad leaving you out. So, like, why don't you come too?
Stacy, who's been kind of like behind everything, she just sort of looks up from Jeff as he's getting up from the couch, and she's just kind of perched on the side of the couch, and like,
we were really intrigued by those lyrics that we heard that you were working on.
Oh, did you guys hear some of my stuff? Jeff, you didn't tell me that you were sharing stuff with everybody. I wasn't sharing anything with anybody.
We were intrigued by what you were saying to us the other night.
Kiki just walks towards the office. Like, you just follow.
Okay, Kiki just leaves. Yeah. Right.
Just follow.
Yeah, so the band follows, and Ahmed opens his office door. Once
they're all in, I'm gonna let them all go in there, and I'm going to this is the they're all in the office right now on the wall. I don't know if there's a window. I was not in the office, but just a heads up. How are you?
I'm fine. How are you?
I'm good. I'm just letting you all know we're all in one place, and just giving you a heads up. Eyes on the scene.
Great, thanks. Should I bring up the stuff?
Yeah, that'd be good. Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Is the receptionist in there as well?
So where everyone is at right now, the entire band and Stacy have now joined Kiki and Ahmed in the office. So there are now 8 people in a very small record executive's office with the door shut. Leah, Wojciech, 2 models, and Jennifer are now out sort of milling about. Most of everybody at this point is probably in the room where the food and the drugs usually are. The downstairs is empty and is ostensibly locked.
I will talk to Jennifer real quick and say, shit, she just left to get beer, and I wanted to get a bottle of Jägermeister. Can you catch up with her real quick? I'm going to give you $200. Can you catch up with her?
Ooh, can she? Now that is an interesting question, because Jennifer, this is her job. Like, her livelihood depends on being the person who is here to do things.
There's like nobody's. They're all right there.
Yeah, it's after hours. It's $200 bucks. It's $200 bucks.
She just left.
That's a lot of money back now.
It is. All right.
Do you know how much money I make? I am lucrative.
No. She said, well, why don't you just go get it yourself then? You can just leave. You know what? I can unlock the door if you need me to.
Cool.
Just to go get it. That's fine. But I have to stay here and watch the equipment and make sure that nothing happens.
Yeah, I'm backing up Kiki. I'm supposed to help Kiki out.
Okay. Sorry.
Only I had a way to reach out to her. I turned to one of the other models, the one that Wojciech creeped out.
Okay. You're welcome to speak with the other model, who does speak English, but with a very heavy accent.
Hey, can you run down and I'll give you this $50 bill. To
Puts away money and then brings out a different bill. Yes.
this $50 bill to get a bottle of Jägermeister with Karen, who just left. I don't remember her name.
Sure. Yeah, I can do that. That is.
Oh, do you you should take her to help. She would buy her whatever she wants.
I thought you want.
Oh, you need the babes out of here? Vortex takes his shirt off.
All right. Yes, we shall go get the Jaeger, and we will be back soon.
Okay.
All right. Yeah, we go. And yes, both of the very attractive blondes leave the room. They're
okay. All right. Okay.
It's gotten hyper realistic now. Oh boy.
When you turn it inside out, you get another day.
I thought the regular Feywild was a very.
You are a treasure, sir. You are a treasure.
I would like to remind you that Gothic Horror Nights is an adult-themed show. So,
You know, I wasn't going for 1-900 adult when we started this, but you know.
Hi, TikTok.
Great. Good time. Okay.
All right, I'll keep Jennifer.
What do you mean there goes the monetization? Folks, the Patreon for Nat 21 is available.
Great. Okay. So everybody is in the room with Kiki, except for now Leah, Wojciech, and Jennifer are out in the main area.
Question.
Yes.
Do the models come out the front door?
They do. They come out the front door and then it immediately locks behind them.
Oh. Okay.
It's like
I was gonna try and like hold the door and grab it.
Okay. You would have seen the first one come out if you would like to
Especially since in between the first one and the second one.
Get the radio call. Okay,
Yeah.
I'll allow it. Yeah, if you want to just wait until they're leaving.
Yep. And I just
things.
grab the door, hold it. And then I have a moment of looking around and
Proper gun in there.
I take off my shoe and prop the door open with it.
Okay. That's fine. You can prop the door open with that.
Okay. And then I start bringing in the stuff.
The stuff. Okay. Are you just offloading it into the lower area?
Yeah, I'm going to offload it in the lower area and then I'm going to bring it up to the front.
Okay. Great. So let us go to Kiki now, who has been hanging out with all of our people. So Ahmed's like, all right, Kiki, so you have the tape, right?
So the tape was found.
Okay.
But it was found in a car with a dead man.
Okay. And everybody else is like, what? Wait, what do you mean? One of our tapes? Jeff, the lead, is very upset. Like, what do you mean there was a tape found with a dead guy? That guy that they were investigating earlier? Was that?
Yeah, like it was so disgusting. It was so bad. But like he was dead, and the tape was in his deck.
Yeah. So we talked about this, that I knew that he was taking dubs of things. What do you mean you knew he was taking dubs of things? Well, I didn't think it was your stuff. I thought it was someone else's. There are a lot of people that use this recording equipment. Okay.
So like we listened to it.
Okay.
And like it was it was like really good. It was so technical. I really liked it. The work was really good. And then
the rhythm guitar is like, ooh, thanks. Appreciate that.
Like, and then we listened to the B-side and
right.
How do you it got really weird. Like did somebody like leave it recording or something? Like it sounded like Um, all right, I know. I know. You know how like these churches are doing these things where they take the records and they like play them backwards?
Okay, yeah, that's a Beatles thing.
Yeah, well, like it sounded like that on the end.
Oh. Oh, really? That's
So
odd.
like, was it like some sort of oh, I don't know, like a new innovative thing, or like were you experimenting with something? I'm like totally curious about it because I've never heard this technique before ever.
Okay, yeah, sure, we can talk about it. That's fine, but where's the tape?
It's not with me right now.
What do you mean you don't have it? And now like Ahmed's getting concerned. Like, what do you mean you don't have it? And everybody else starts to argue within the room itself. So you have the band members being like, "What do you mean that there was an illegal dub on our stuff?" And then the this lead singer is like, "What do you mean there's like a weird track at the end? We discussed all of the tracks that we were having, and the studio exec made sure that we were doing the specific tracks. All of this stuff was happening. And I don't know what's going on." And they're all arguing about what happened.
Well, the tape might have gotten like a little damaged. So
So
I don't know that it can be salvaged. Like it's like a pencil's not going to save it.
oh, okay. So the original, we have the originals. Obviously, we have the original stuff. So okay. So then it's gone. Then that's
But like the illegal dub is totally gone. You don't have to worry about that anymore.
okay.
But
I
like
would
I
like to see
really
it for for legal purposes. Obviously, this is a big recording project, and everyone's
like-
kind of in agreement. Like, yeah, of course.
like I'm totally curious about the ending there because it was so different. Like how did it happen? Like who did it? Who was involved with that? Because it was definitely oh my gosh, it was like oh man, like almost a spiritual experience kind of a thing.
And at that, Stacy perks up. You really thought it was that? Like a spiritual thing? It was spiritual for you? That's so
Oh my god, Lisa, the spirits were totally
amazing.
moved.
Wow. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Great. Yeah. So Jeff, I've been meaning to tell you that while Herman and I were here working late, we had this really cool idea, inspired by the Beatles and stuff. And we thought that this was going to be, come on, let's go listen to it. And she opens the door and
No.
walks to the recording studio.
I will stop her. I'm right in front of the door.
Okay. So there's a bit of a hallway between the different stuff. So think of it like a line. So
I'm right in front of the door to the office. Like if they open the office
okay,
door.
because you followed Kiki.
No, when we got rid of everybody,
Yes.
I went and stood outside of the door, basically leaning up against it.
Okay.
I'm kind of eavesdropping.
Okay. You would like to attempt to stop her from moving?
If it's a hallway and I'm right in front of the door, she's going to have to get past me and I will go, "Oh, hey, what's going on?"
Okay.
And that's where like we are all at, so we can hear that, right?
Yes. So yeah, Wojciech, you're down the hallway a little bit probably, and you can definitely hear as she opens the door, you can hear her start to walk, and she basically walks then chest to chest into Leah. And she's like, oh my God, I'm just gonna hang on. All right. Guys, why don't we just go down the hallway and I'll play it for you? Come on.
Hold on.
Lock and load, detective.
Heard.
There was some issues. Kiki? What's going on?
So, like, Stacy wrote that stuff that kind of like awakened the
knew it.
spirits.
I will grab her by the scruff of her neck and drag her down the hall.
Okay. I need you to make me then that would be a melee attack. I think you're pretty good at it. She's not great. Let's see.
I told you I'm not rolling well.
No. Ooh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Do I have to roll better than her, or do I have to roll better than 30%?
You have to roll better than your skill. So whatever your skill is, if you succeed, that's the first step. Is do you succeed?
Okay, so the answer is 96.
No. Okay. You do not succeed.
This is not going to be my ninth roll. I just feel it.
Yes. Yeah. So she also failed. So basically you just end up kind of sandwiching each other into the hallway for a second. And we're kind of
I will push her up against the wall if I have to. So another
and
round.
with
I know.
that, she shouts something somewhat incoherent and pulls a something, you can't even see it, from her pocket and tosses it on the floor. And from that, in record time, emerges another full-size 7-foot-tall red devil that is now directly next to Leah, in between Leah and Wojciech. And Kiki is still somewhat in the office, trapped behind 8 band members. And Detective Prince is now downstairs. So, oh boy, here we go.
I thought I was upstairs.
You were in the process of getting up there. You had moved everything downstairs.
Oh, okay.
And then you have to get upstairs to where the office is, the recording studio is.
I had also said, I radioed, I said lock and load, but that was in game because I heard that.
Yes, as that was all happening. But this is
Yes.
like that. I don't think that she's gotten all the way up
Sure.
the stairs yet. I can definitely say, Detective Prince, you were at like the stairwell, and you probably
Cool.
you had your backpack on, so you at least have the one guy.
And I grabbed a couple others.
Yeah, you probably have what, like these are water balloons. That's what I'm saying.
They're in a 5-gallon bucket. So
They're
I have the 5-gallon bucket, and then I'm assuming, Wojciech, do you have your little baby sprayer?
He had that in his pocket.
Yeah.
Right. And then I'm going to try
the water
and
balloon.
bring up the second. So I've got my backpack, the second backpack, and a gallon of. I'm loaded.
I might need you to make a strength check when we get to you, just to make sure that you can carry all of this at once.
that's a
without-
lot.
That is fair.
That is
a lot.
5 gallons, like at least 5 gallons of fluid, not including the actual sprayers themselves, plus an awkward bucket. We'll see how this works.
Look.
Okay. So, based on our order from before, because it will still carry over, you guys haven't done it. Cool. Okay. So I have, based on dexterity, cool. I have Leah, then Kiki, then Detective Prince, then Wojciech. And, cool. We'll do it that way. So. Boop, boop. And thing. Okay. Starting in order, the Red Devil has and is right in front of Leah, who is manhandling its master. So it is going to attempt a. We're going to do a claw swipe to see if that works. Find out in a second. Ooh, yes. We land for. I cannot roll. I'm sorry. Hang on one second. Doing that early. Ooh, okay. Take 6 points of damage as a claw rakes you. So you are pushing her up against the wall. This thing emerges almost immediately and rakes you probably shoulder lengthwise, so across your back.
Okie dokie. That's painful.
Yes. And that is its turn. And now, Leah, it is your turn.
I'm not sure how it works in this game. To pull a knife, is that my whole action, or can I pull a knife and put it up to her throat and say, "Call off your bad boy"?
I can let you do that whole action. That you had another hand that you could potentially just pull a knife and tell him to call it off.
And I want it on her throat.
Uh-huh.
And if she moves, she's gonna cut herself.
Yes. Okay. That is fine. And then it is Stacy's turn.
If she moves, she gets a cut.
Yeah, she cannot move or she will get cut. She is going to attempt unarmed to push you back. And while she is doing this, she is continuing to say things now in common Latin. Agnus Dei, Deus es Requiem. Like she's going through an entire Latin Lord's Prayer at this point. Let's see if she can do an unarmed. She does not have a great skill in this. Ooh, but she does. So she succeeds enough in just pushing you backwards. So
Is it contested?
Yes, I think you can.
Yeah, because she had the knife to her throat.
Right.
Yeah. She needs to, like, if she's doing anything, she's gonna get cut.
That is also possibly true. That is disarm, dodge, wait, move, fight back. Okay. If someone attacks your agent with a melee weapon or unarmed, your agent can fight back with unarmed combat or melee weapons to block and counterattack. Okay. So it basically ends up being like a defensive. So, okay, I will say that she cannot push you away, but she gets her hand up kind of underneath where your hand is. So she can at least, if she tries to move next round, she won't immediately get cut. So she's at least attempting to not get sliced. Yes, and she continues to say things in Latin. Kiki, it is your turn. You are in the office.
So I'm gonna pull my pistol.
Great.
Can I push through the wall of band members?
I will say that you can draw your pistol and at least move a couple of people forward. Of course, at this point, all of them are kind of backing into the office. I mean, this is like Ahmed and everybody's just sort of trying to push themselves back against the wall because these horrible things emerged out of nothingness. They're all freaking out.
What I want to do is try to shoot Stacy in the leg. I don't want to kill her, but I want to hurt her.
Sure. You can definitely pull your gun and move through the throng of terrified members who are desperately trying to get out of the way.
I'm sorry, guys. I'm just getting over. This is Steve-O, not Wojciech. This is Steve-O getting over COVID.
So,
I apologize.
I will say that this round you can do a move action to draw the weapon and get forward. Next round, if you want to use the aim action, then you can aim and get a 20% better on your next
all right,
skill.
let's do that.
Okay. So this round, you are moving through the throng of terrified metal band members, which is hilarious. You are surfing through a pile of sweaty dudes that are covered in lycra, and it
sounds like a good Friday night.
Good.
Ooh.
Yeah, and coincidentally, that's pretty much all of their turn. They are all absolutely terrified of what's going on, and they are backing as far into the office as possible.
Do you guys remember when Pat Benatar beat up Twisted Sister? This is what I imagine this looking like.
Absolutely.
I love Pat Benatar.
Same.
Just the shoulders. Just the shoulders.
Okay.
Yep.
Detective Prince, it is now your turn. You are at the bottom of the stairwell.
Strength check, yes?
Yes. I would like to make sure that you don't just collapse under the weight of all of this. Right. What is your strength, out of curiosity? I know I had it. There. You were rolling under 75. You're pretty good.
I rolled a 44.
Ooh!
Nice.
In a Arnold Schwarzenegger level of super strength of I mean, you are more than capable of moving all the way up the stairs. So I can make you can carry all of that equipment all the way up the stairs without trouble. That will probably be your round, is just to get all the way up there. So
Heard. Great.
Move to the top of the stairs. So
it's not a tuba.
So now we have Detective Prince, who is behind somewhat Wojciech on that end. Like if we're looking at like, this is the hallway. So down here is the office. This is where the stairs are and the room at the very beginning, which has all the food in it. So we have Kiki half trapped in the office. Then we have Leah, who is fighting. Then the demon in the middle. Then I believe Wojciech, and then Detective Prince just came up behind you. All right, Wojciech, it is your turn.
Alley-oop, and I'm tossing the water balloons at the demon.
Okay. So, are the water balloons that you had in your pocket? I thought you had the sprayer and the walkie-talkie.
I'm holding the walkie-talkie.
Yes.
I got cargo pants with the water balloon. And
Okay.
throw the water balloon.
Okay, I will let you throw a water balloon. So this is not melee.
See, what's my highest skill and how can I bluff this?
I'm trying to remember what this counts as because it's basically throwing a grenade, but I'm trying to figure out how.
Right? It basically is.
I guess I would call that a melee weapon because I don't think I have
a thrown weapon. Do they have thrown weapons?
I mean, they have grenades, but I don't know necessarily. I've never dealt with a grenade.
Well, I'm throwing something so I'm unarmed, so I could say unarmed combat.
Okay, unarmed will work.
I'm using a help. Thank you.
Yay! Good for you.
Still, I didn't do it. It no.
Okay.
Well, you know what they say: close only counts with hand grenades and horseshoes. So
and holy water.
If I could, like, it was probably just the water balloon just broke, pulling it out of, cargo shorts. It's all happened. We've all been there.
Yes.
This is a relatable content.
I love that option. Yes. You whip out a water balloon and it immediately douses your entire shirt. It's just like, it just breaks as you pull it out by chance. Cool.
I hit 5. Oh, hell yeah.
You got a couple helps there, yeah.
Everybody's like, oh no, she's in danger. Give her more, give her more, give her more. Okay. We are now back to the top of the order. The devil would like to attack Leah. Leah has a knife to its friend's throat. Does it care?
And a shield, really.
Yeah. You know what? Now that there are things happening on the other end of the hallway, it is going to draw its attention toward Wojciech, and it is going to run at you and attempt no, because the hallway's too long. I'm gonna let it run. It's gonna run toward Wojciech with the intention of attacking you next round. It hasn't gotten all the way over there yet. It has good speed, but not that great. So it gets down the hallway and is now standing directly in front of Wojciech. Unharmed currently. Leah, now your turn. You have the knife to Stacy's throat. She has a hand underneath your hand, but nothing has happened yet.
Okay. I want to do 2 things.
Okay.
And you let me know if I could do it.
Okay.
I want to, so the knife's at her throat. I've probably got her pinned up here, right?
Mm-hmm.
Knife pin. I'm going to grab her head and slam her head up against the wall to try and knock her out. And I want to take the knife and cut the necklace off. I don't know if I can do both.
I don't think that you can do both at the same time. You can pick one, and then whatever you try to do, she's going to attempt to counteract by doing an unarmed skill, basically. So you guys are going to be doing your thing simultaneously, and I think that'll make more sense moving forward. So
I want to smash. I guess that's a melee. If I smash her head,
and she's going to attempt to resist. So it's melee versus melee.
I want to burn. You said not 3, but maybe 3 helps.
Okay, to take this down by 15. Okay,
is that realistic?
I will let you do 3. Okay. This is major combat toward the end of a game, and you just got hit for 6 points. So I'll let it happen.
Oh!
Does she?
You said 15, right?
Yeah, minus 15. to whatever you just rolled.
Add 15, 30, 45.
Yeah, whatever your skill is, roll under. You're trying to roll under that. You did it?
No.
Oh
No.
no.
So I got a 60. I rolled 66.
Oh no.
Oh.
I told you guys this is not going to be my night.
Yeah. Okay.
That technically counts as a critical fail.
Technically, yes. Now if you subtract 15 from that, I can just let it be a failure if you want to do it that way.
Yeah, it's up to you guys, honestly. I'm not coming out of this alive tonight.
I mean, so Stacy also failed her check. So this is just in my brain. It's just like the most amusing slap fight. But I will say, but because you had that, because of the potential of the critical fail, I will let the knife just bobbles out of your hands. So you guys are still on one another. She's pushed up against the wall. You have your hands on her. You were attempting to throw her head back. She was attempting to resist you. All you've done at this point is drop the knife, but you still have your hands on her, and she has expended her action by.
Is she still talking?
Yes. At this point, she has now moved on to the Lord's Prayer, and she's shouting it very loudly, as loudly as she can. She is screaming the Lord's Prayer at this point. We are moving on to Kiki. Kiki, you have now moved forward and you are close to point blank range of getting to Stacy.
I'm aiming.
Aim or you can just try shooting.
I'm aiming. We know my luck with ranged weapons. I'm aiming.
So
wait, what? I'm right there.
Yes,
that's fine.
Also right
that's
there,
fine.
Which is probably why aiming is very helpful. So the next round you get, let me double check this bonus, but I think it is like 20% to your skill so that you
that would bring it up to 60. That would be nice.
Yeah, let me, aim is right there. Sacrifice 1 turn and gain a plus 20% on your attack next turn.
Nice.
So yeah, next time when you roll, you are rolling under a 60 instead of rolling under a 40, which is way better. Also, surprisingly skilled with a gun, Kitty Keller. Very well done.
Ditch those dice also.
We are now with Detective Prince, who is at the other end of the hallway, aimed who have like all of the equipment, super powerful.
I take stock. I drop the stuff except for the backpack that I have.
You already had on. Yep.
And I want to. How long is the hallway, or how far away is the demon from where I'm standing?
I mean, he's standing like right in front of Wojciech, so less than like 10 feet away from you. Probably
Great.
closer to 5.
I'm going to spray him, and I want to just scream out, "Get away from my bum, you son of a bitch!" I didn't mean it like that, but it's what happens. She's not good at catchphrases.
Roll this as if it is a gun, basically. So at least your skill in aiming and firing at this thing.
I have a 60. I'm going to use a help.
Do it.
Yes. Yeah. I got a 52. So we're
great. Okay. Roll. You have do you have a shotgun? No, you have a.
I'm firing with the holy water.
Well, right. I know that you.
Oh.
I'm just in terms of a translatable, how many points you would take off of this thing as you're shooting it with water in the face. Yeah,
I think a shotgun is 1d10.
Yeah, roll a d10. See how it goes. And this is spray damage.
Solid 5.
Ooh, nicely done.
Take that, you little punk.
7 foot tall punk. Yeah. Your aim is beautiful, and you hit it square in the chest. It starts to kind of like in the Gremlins. It starts to like smoke and bubble, and it is just shrieking as loud as it possibly can, like a deranged owl. It sounds deafening in this hallway, and truly terrifying. Actually, and while that's going on, as it screams, I would love for everyone at this point to roll sanity. We haven't done that a lot. You guys have experienced demons before. This is close range, and it attacked one of your friends, and everything is kind of going catastrophic. And there are potential victims in the office behind you. So roll your sanity, see how you do.
I succeeded.
Great.
What happens when you roll over on a sanity?
I will look up what you would potentially take minor sanity damage from, but it's like a D4 for witnessing the unnatural up close and personal and being powerless to stop it, basically.
Yeah.
This is suffering violence. That's what this is. This is suffering violence from the unnatural.
Yep. A failed.
Okay. Let's see.
Detective Prince is not okay with demons.
No. We're gonna do this as a D4.
Okay.
So, Detective Prince and Leah take 3 points off of your sanity for
How many points?
3.
3. D4.
Yay.
Okay.
This is for encountering the unknown and having it inflict violence upon you. You know, you are both up close and personal with this thing, and not in a controlled environment the way you had hoped it would be. You've been as prepared as you can, but now with the addition of potential innocent bystanders, everything is a lot more amped up.
Well, it hurts. It just
does,
really whacked the crap out of me.
Demon. You don't know if you're going to die from that or not. It might be infected. Sulfur infects wounds, maybe. Oh, there's a cat. Yay.
There's a cat.
All right. Wojciech, we have not done you yet.
I am covered in holy water.
Yes, you are.
I have been blessed by a priest, and there is a. I am going to treat this like I am treating a somebody who's trying to cop a feel in the pit. We gonna tussle.
Ooh.
I'm just gonna grab him and slam him down into that puddle, and I'm gonna use 2 helps.
Okay. This would be, I guess, unarmed. Yeah. Unarmed versus unarmed. All right. It's got that.
So I use 2 helps.
Yes.
Which is taking away 5.
Minus 10.
10.
Minus
10. 10.
Yeah.
So I got a -1 because I rolled a 9.
Ooh.
Get behind me, Satan.
Okay. What is your skill in unarmed, out of curiosity?
Like it's
your regular skill. Your percentage.
50.
Okay.
Wow.
Okay. I will let this play out this way. So it also succeeded, and its skill is a 60. So I will let you bum rush it in its still smoldering midsection and knock it to the ground. But as you do, because it also succeeded, it has a chance to just drag its claws right into your back. So it's not breaking anything yet, but it has pinned you basically to its own chest.
Yeah, I'm covered with holy water. I am.
You are.
I'm
We will deal with
of
that.
the thing. So yeah,
very...
I'm gonna need it. So.
Yeah, initially I was like, oh man, Detective Prince is like, there's like a line of fire and she's technically firing into Wojciech. And I was like, Wojciech is not weak to holy water. He's fine. Let it happen.
I mean, I'm usually just weak to water, but that's just
You're getting a bath.
Thing.
Yay!
I mean, I'm not opposed to it. It just helps.
Delightful. Okay. Yeah, we are at the top of the order, which means it's the thing's turn. Okay. So yes, you are covered in holy water. Okay. It is going to attempt to bite you because it's right there. We're going to see if that works. And then you will still do additional damage to it because you are covered in holy water. So let's see. Ooh, okay. It is able to crane its neck around with its big scary horns and all of its red flesh that is somewhat on fire. And It bites you for 3.
Okay.
It latches onto your shoulder. Wojciech, I would like for you to roll a d4 and tell me how much damage it's getting just by you now being pressed to its chest as it is continuing to be covered in holy water. You've thrown a washcloth full of holy water.
Just the 2, but you know.
Okay. Hey, that helps.
Yeah.
So in all this moment, in its anger, it has latched onto you and it bites you. And in that process, it's also realizing that it is continuing to smolder. So there is coated in like a smoke screen of sulfur as this thing is bubbling underneath.
I've smelled worse.
It's fascinating. Okay, Leah, we are back to you. You guys are still tussling. Am I correct in that? Yeah, we got all.
Oh yeah, I want to knock her out. I
Okay.
don't want to kill her.
So that's
Prince
unarmed again. You can attempt the same thing, and she's going to attempt to oppose you. Or you can try something else.
I want to shoot her so bad.
A little bit more. You'd have to like pull your gun and all the other stuff.
Yeah. Okay. I am unarmed now, so I will smash her head against the wall.
Okay.
As an
You will
unarmed
smash her head
combat.
against the wall. She will attempt to resist that. Let's see how this goes.
How many do I have? 2? I'll use
have
2 helps.
Okay. Ooh.
Oh,
Okay.
2 helps.
Yes.
Okay, so that's so I got a 56. My skill is 50, but 2 helps makes that 46, so it succeeded.
Succeeded. Okay.
Yes.
She also succeeds, but I'm going to say that you are better at this, so you're going to succeed better. So you are able to slam her head back against the wall. In the process of doing that, she's going to try to kick you and kind of connect, but not really. What is your... I'm trying to think of what you have in terms of unarmed that would be, like how many points she would take for that. You're trying to knock her out, basically. So
yeah, would it be based on strength somehow, or?
I just roll a d4.
A D4.
Yes.
Which I do. Well,
Mind is
go
blank
down
on
the
the
little
computer.
thing there. That would be, what is that number? A 4.
Ooh. Okay. She does not have a ton of hit points, so this is going to be real exciting. Okay.
I'm pissed.
Yeah.
Can I add to it? Can I?
And she's able to kick you and kind of connect, not without breaking your concentration. You still have her pinned up there, and you've thrown her back against the wall. She's able to connect to your ribs for 2 points of damage. So she's basically nailing you kind of where you already had the rake damage anyway. But, I mean, not that high, actually. That would be on your shoulder. So same side. Probably, but you haven't lost your grip. All right. Now we have Kiki. Kiki,
Okay.
you have set up your aim. Here we go.
I'm going to shoot. I'm going to use 2 helps.
Okay. You have like a 70% chance to work. And you are trying to shoot her in the leg. Is that correct? Okay.
I don't want to kill her, but I want to incapacitate her.
Okay.
2.
I love this. You do so much prep work, and I love it, and it's wonderful. And I'm so glad that this character is finally working out for you. Yeah. Without even worrying about, because Leah is right there.
I just slammed her head up against the wall. You shot her. I look down. I look at you.
Yeah. Yeah. Tell me how much damage you get for that.
1d10.
Now you are aiming. Okay. Woohoo! Okay. She does not have that many hit points, but you shot her in the leg. Let's see how this goes. Yeah. Roll what your damage is. We'll find out in a
6.
second. Ooh. Okay. So yes, you are able to shoot her in the leg, and she is now definitely incapacitated, and she may or may not be bleeding out, but she stopped talking. you're
I
at
do
level-
rip the necklace off of her if she's not resisting.
Okay, yeah. She is immediately just limp, stopped resisting, like she's basically passed out from shock. And she should probably be stabilized. All right, moving on. Oh yeah, all of the people behind you, Kiki, have seen you take aim at the guitarist girlfriend. Shoot her in the leg. She has gone completely limp. Everyone behind you is like, whoa, what's going on? And also, still, there's a demon on the other end of the hallway. There's a lot of chaos happening behind you.
How's their sanity roll going?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh yeah, they are a mess.
You ever pissed yourself wearing leather pants? It ain't fun.
No.
I've heard.
I mean, there's a visual you can't.
There we
shake
go.
There. That's
I feel like there's a lot of squeaking,
Yeah.
a lot of chafing, maybe.
Yeah.
shaving.
All right. Now we are moving on to Detective Prince.
I'm gonna fire my vessel of badassery at the
Okay.
demon again. This time I'm not gonna say anything.
Okay.
Just
You're
scream.
gonna- yeah. Yeah, it is on the floor. Wojciech is on top of it. So
I don't really care about the demon. I'm just
you're just
getting
spreading
Wojciech.
everything. You're dousing everything in water.
No,
Okay.
no, I do. I was making it. No, I'm trying to hit the demon. But
Yeah, you can aim for like its upper half to an extent. It's not if you want to call it an aim, you can aim this round and then fire at it, or you can just shoot it and see what happens.
I'm just
Okay, roll your same gun skill. See if it works.
Yep, we're good.
Great. Roll that D10 and see how much damage.
D10. 5 again.
Okay. It is continuing to bubble and scream. That's exciting. All right. No. 8. Got it. Okay. It is highly damaged, and parts of its face are now starting to melt off, which is real exciting. Wojciech, you're laying on top of it.
Yeah, I'm just punching it in the face.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
That's exactly what I'm doing. And
Okay. Roll your alarms.
I'm
Let's see how that
gonna
goes.
use I'm gonna use some helps because these we don't get to cash these out at the end. I had played
No,
Roll 20
yeah, this is just gonna happen.
Net
and-
21 before, and I didn't get a check or nothing. So yeah, I'm using both of them.
Okay.
That's fair.
That's a 19 after the 10, so 29 to 19.
Nice.
Nice. Okay. Yeah. What it give me a D4 for that again.
3.
3. Okay. Ooh. This thing is really suffering at this point. There is not much left of it. It is.
And I'm just straight up, just full voice screaming and laughing too.
Yeah.
It's
All right. It is the demon's turn. Okay. It's going to attempt something. We'll see what happens. So it has previously had its claws in your back, holding you down to it. Now, obviously, you've punched it in the face a bunch of times, and now parts of its face are flying off. So it detaches its claws from you, and it's going to attempt to squash you, like it did with the record executive. Let's see. Ooh. Oh, yeah, that worked.
Don't die,
yeah.
don't die.
Puts its hands on either side of your face and attempts to squish you. And we're going to see how this goes. Ooh. Oh, for 4?
I'm still hanging on, but I'm not happy, but
That was impressive. I was expecting it to go way worse. So yeah, it has its claws on either side of your head. It is gripping your face and squeezing your head. There is blood now streaming out of your eardrums. Your ears have probably popped. Your face is in a ton of pain, but you are still, as far as I can tell, just raking blows down on this thing as you go. We are back to Leah.
Can I curb stomp it even though there's no curb?
You would have to move over to it. Right now, you're still with Stacy, who is
on the ground. I let her
Yes.
go.
Didn't it have a tail? You could yank its tail.
You are probably like 20 feet away from it, so I could have you.
Really?
Like, it's a long
Wow.
hallway. It just moves real fast. So you
Yeah,
guys are at, like,
it took a whole move to move. Yeah.
yeah.
Oh.
So you could.
How
try.
far will my water gun shoot?
Not that far. It is just a. I love your water gun. It's real cute, but yeah, you don't have the big sprayer like you did before that had the 10-foot range.
Well, she's got all the sprayers. But
does.
how far? If I move, how far can I move?
What is your dexterity? Just out of curiosity.
It's pretty good.
Like, there's no specific move actions in these things.
Gotcha.
That's the fun
My
part.
dex is 14.
Okay. Yeah, that's not bad.
Like I want to close the distance and fire the water gun.
If you would like to run down the hallway and fire at it, you can. I will say that you get within 5 feet of it. So you've probably moved about 15.
Okay. That might hit it.
Yeah.
Okay.
I will give you a 50% chance that you hit it while running and firing a tiny water gun.
Well, that is my percentile.
Oh,
I rolled 12.
okay. Yeah, you can hit it with your water gun. Now this is I'm guessing like one of those ones that you just dump.
It's a toy.
Okay.
Yeah. But it was what
takes-
I had. But
Yes.
I am closing the distance. I'm gonna take that bucket of water balloons one.
I will
Yes.
say that you do 1 additional point of damage to it. Stacy is slumped on the floor and losing blood. Kiki.
I'm just gonna go ahead and shoot at the demon.
Okay.
I'm not going to aim. I'm going to.
Woo! All right. So you are firing at the demon. Wojciech is laying on top of, and Leah is running towards. So you have 2 separate people that are potentially in your line of fire if you mess this up. I'm just going to point that out to you now.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm going to use my last help.
Let's do it. It's very exciting. Oh no.
This is how I died.
Oh
Shot in the back of the head. By
67.
Oh.
So that's 61, 62 with the help.
Yeah, that. And you're still.
I'm so sorry.
That did not work. All right. So 1 and 2, it hits Leah running. 3 and 4, it hits Wojciech as he's laying on the ground.
Oh.
It hits Wojciech. Roll your damage.
Oh.
This is the way the thing goes.
should have been me.
1d10. It's a 10.
Oh
my God.
Oh, this is bad. Okay. Whee! Okay.
Remember that time you could have not done that?
I didn't mean to. Wojciech, I would presume that takes you out, right? You
You're
are
muted.
muted currently. I mute you.
Yeah, I'm dead.
Oh,
Oh yeah.
I just killed him.
Yeah.
yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you are attempting to fire at the demon. Now you also end up getting into the demon as well, but he's laying on top of it. So yeah, it as this thing is trying to squish his head, it fires into him, and he goes completely limp. And I would love for the 3 remaining members to roll some sanity for shooting a coworker. This
I'm
is
good.
Helplessness, technically.
I still passed.
Yeah.
I did not.
Oh good. Thank God.
Woo.
I did not pass.
Okay.
Can I put my PayPal just in the thing? Just put that in there.
Okay.
Okay. Detective Prince, did you pass?
I did.
Okay. Okay.
I did not.
Those of you who have succeeded still take 1 point of damage as you are seeing a friend gruesomely killed in front of you unintentionally. And then Leah, who is having a real bad day. This is a D6. You take 3.
Does that put you below your sanity score? Great.
Wait.
Yay.
Love that. Wait,
have you hit a breaking point yet?
No.
Okay.
No.
Cool.
You said 3. So
Yeah, 3. Yeah, I think you've taken 6 total over the course. If you hit
Yep,
6 in one setting, things get real bad. All right, Detective Prince, you just saw a colleague get shot in front of you. Unintentional friendly fire. That's a bad scene, but you've seen it before.
I put that on the back burner, and I'm kind of closing the distance. Like, I feel like I have been spraying and walking.
Yeah.
So I feel like I'm pretty close to the demon at this point, and I'm just spraying the holy water everywhere.
Okay. I would say at point blank range, just roll your damage at this point. You are on top of this thing. And what's left of Wojciech?
9.
Yes. And with that, it officially expires and slowly melts into the floor in a cloud of gross, disgusting sulfur. Also, in the process, you may have noticed that Stacy has continued not to get up and is not only is she incapacitated, she suffered a hemorrhage and has died. So that's good too.
I take out my handcuffs. I go over to Kiki. I handcuff her hands behind her back, and I say, Kiki Keller, I charge you with the murder of Wojciech and Stacy.
Like, you've got to be insane. Like, what we were just doing? Oh my God.
I literally watched you shoot them. Both. It would be a dereliction of duty for me to not arrest you.
So, like, how are we going to explain the whole demon thing in court?
That's not my problem.
Okay, so, like, we'll talk about you being here with all these drugs and not taking.
You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say and do can be used in the court of law. I don't actually know the Miranda rights, but imagine.
The ghost project. You have a right to an attorney. If you cannot afford an attorney, an attorney will be put one forward.
And
do you understand these rights as I've explained them to you?
Law and Order, LA, we will let it run there, and that is the end of this game officially.
Wow.
And that is absolutely exactly the way a Delta Green game often ends. I have been arrested. I have been killed. I have been maimed and never recovered. Oh, and our question,
I will say Leah is pressed up against the wall going, how the fuck was it not me? She's upset.
Of course.
Oh.
And maybe there will come a time where we will bring some of these characters back within reason and use them for later things. It might be fun. But yeah, Jay Rinker, if your sanity reaches 0, you've gone insane and you are no longer a functional part of society. That does happen occasionally in games.
I went insane once. My Swedish character.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, my Swedish
you
character.
hit a breaking point and you had fight or flight and you squeezed from a porthole.
Yes, I did.
Yeah. That was fun.
But yeah.
Thank you. I apologize that this is the way that things end, but it does happen this way that some characters die and that it's not all a happy ending. Because this is a horror game. Yay!
Pour one out for Wojciech.
Oh, I did unintentionally pour a bunch of ginger ale.
Yes, it was the booper on the snooter character. I booped a grouper.
So thank you all for joining us tonight. And I'm sorry we went a little bit over time, but I think it was totally worth it. That was a great ending to an epic adventure. And I enjoyed the hell out of that. Thank you guys for all playing your characters authentically and doing what they would do. I loved every second of it. And I'm sure all of our channel watchers at home really enjoyed it as well. All right. Before we close out, I would love to hear from all of you about what you actually do for a living or for fun or for what you like to do as human beings, and tell everybody about how we can support you. We will start with Leah because she's right there.
Oh, right. That's me. Hello. I'm Mab Just Mab, sideshow girl, retired. I do a lot of stuff here at Nat 21 Adventures. I also make things, and I just put up a thing on my website in addition to recent products. As kind of a thank you for the way people were helping me out. I put up a form for Mab's Maker Grant. So I make things all the time. So go to my website, Mab's Mobile Mercantile, and look for the link for Mab's Maker Grant, and you're going to learn a little bit more about it. It's where I make small things for people who need things made.
That's really neat.
Yep.
Thank you. All right. Let us go now to Kitty Kiki Keller, who did an excellent job with the guns for a very long time. And,
and then I kept hitting things when I didn't want to. So hi, I'm Dana Mishike. I try usually not to shoot my friends and coworkers. When I'm not doing this, I perform at the Pennsylvania Renaissance Fair during the summer, but I also have a foodie website called hatefulheifers.com with a bunch of other Ren Fair friends and performers that we're just kind of going around eating and, well, kvetching about it.
I love it.
Yeah.
All right. Now we will go down to the Detective Prince.
Hi, everybody. I'm Katie Hauser. I am a member of Chase Treasure. You can check out our Patreon at patreon.com/chasetreasure. I also just started a new Instagram, which is Rune Away with Me, Katie. I do rune readings,
nice.
which are very, it's a form of divination similar to tarot, but a little bit different. So yeah, that's me.
Yay. Yes, and you can find our information on Patreon. You do have to type it in because we are technically 18 plus because we do swear on our stuff every once in a while, and we are technically an adult act. So just be aware of that. You have to type everything in. And then finally, we have our friend Wojciech, who unfortunately did not make it. You're not the only character that's ever died on this before. So
no, I went out like Wojciech died as he lived, fighting demons. Yeah. I was like, oh, I'm setting up an ironic end with all of my good work.
Yes,
with that.
Yeah. That second priest was really into starting a workshop in your honor. So
yeah, you can Venmo me at Hob the Troll if you want to buy me a beverage for shooting me. That's just a Dana. Yeah, hobthetroll.bandcamp.com. I will be at Port de Pasta Chain, and yeah, there it is, right there.
Pontchartrain.
That's what I said. You all heard me. I was just shot, you guys. I'll be there in Hammond, Louisiana. Come and see beloved entertainer Hob the Troll. I'll be performing as Royston Badgernoose, Sheriff of Warwick at the Sterling Renaissance Festival, and also Hob the Troll at the Pennsylvania Renaissance Festival.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Thank you all so much for joining us. I am Handler Z. You also know me as Melissa Lee and a bunch of other things. Yes, I work with Chase Treasure, and you can find us on Patreon /Quill&Quote. It would be super awesome if you continue to support me and my family, because now we're adding a person, because I have hit 11 weeks now, and my the bat size is I think it's a South American mustachioed bat. I have to look it up specifically, but there is a South American mustachioed bat. That is absolutely adorable, and yeah, it's about the size of a plum, so a plum-sized bat for those of you who eat fruit but don't see enough bats in your life. Yeah, we're having a kid, so if you want to support us, please continue to support us at Patreon /Quill&Quote. Yeah, and also feel free to check out our book online, which we do have available. It is called Dare. That is the first book that we've written. I do have plenty more material to write a second book, and we're going to work on that. I'm really excited to start that project soon, but then obviously other things like manufacturing a human got in the way. So we would also like to thank all of our awesome sponsors that do great work for this channel, including Ren Adventures, which has a really exciting new thing coming up. They're gonna do D&D in New Orleans. Please come and check that out, December 5th through 9th, 2023. That coincides with the Louisiana Renaissance Fair, and it includes, I believe, tickets to go see the fair, as well as a bunch of other awesome stuff like ghost tours and a hotel stay in New Orleans in the quarter. Like, it's a really, really awesome package. You should definitely check it out, renadventures.com. I am very sad I will not be joining you. Because I will be at home with a baby. Yes, please check out Mab's Mobile Mercantile and everything else that she just mentioned a moment ago. Please check out all of her awesome stuff and her Maker Grant. So check that out. Also, we'd like to thank our friends at 3D2U, who are just really cool people, and we love Amy and Jesse. And I would love to have them on the channel if I could. Yeah. They're just real busy. Amy is going, she has a science degree that she's working on. She's doing forensic science, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
yes,
cool.
she is.
Yeah, she's doing really awesome with it, but that means she's not available to do fun things like this at night. She has to study. Also, would like to take a moment again to thank the makers of Delta Green and their support of small creators like us. We love doing this. I enjoy the heck out of this, and it's a ton of fun. Please check out delta-green.com if you are interested in running your own campaigns. They have a bunch that are already generated. You can create your own stuff with their rules. It's really fun. It's pretty simple too. So enjoy that. Science and death. Yay. I can hear Tom laughing in the background too. Thank you so much for joining us. I believe we will be dark next week because we will be driving home. But then after that, you will hear announcements about our upcoming adventure, which will be a chill campaign that Tom will run, that I believe is the 1800s and involves a train. So that's the last thing I heard about it. It'll be very exciting.
I hate Drops of Jupiter. That song's terrible.
Had to get one more in, didn't you?
Really good.
Yeah.
Love the musical references. All right.
Nice.
Thank you all so much for joining us. Have a really wonderful night, and we'll see you soon. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.